All right, you guys, Tom's albums are out and about, hopefully in your hands, but if not in your hands, on the way to you. Hopefully you've ordered the album. If you haven't yet, I highly suggest that you do for a multitude of reasons, which we're fixing to get into. And I want to let you guys know off the rip, if you do not have your album yet, and you do not want to hear any spoilers, and you do not want to hear anything off of this album, and you don't want any kind of you don't want anything to mess up your expectations, you gotta go. You gotta go right now, because this is going to have spoilers in it. However, I'm not getting into the full review of the album until I have lived with it for a little while. That's what I do with all of my album reviews. But with an album this special, a two album release this special, that means what it means to me and my followers and my subscribers and my members. Salute to all of you. I think that it's appropriate for us to just talk about it as we go, right? So the first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to just discuss with you guys my 3 favorite songs off of the project, right? When you get a new CD and your homie gets a new CD, what is the first thing that y'all do when y'all start talking about it? Do you talk about the full album? It was really good. You might say that. But the first thing that you're going to discuss is what are your pinpoints? What are your favorite parts of this project? And that's what I want to talk about with you guys. Is I want to talk about my 3 favorite moments between both of these albums. And I'm super stoked and I'm super excited to get into this with you guys. But I want to reiterate and make sure that everybody knows there are spoilers here. I did get the blessing from Tom through Lacey and through Flawed. Salute to both of them. To play snippets, to play a little bit. Tom doesn't want the full song to be out so somebody can come and clip up my video and go and make money off of it somewhere else. That's not what we're doing. But I did get the blessing to play a couple of snippets, so I'm excited to do so. And I have 3 songs specifically that I want to play a little bit for you guys, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about. And we'll get into like the rating of the album to me, and like the real specifics of like an album session as we've lived with it for a little bit, right? I think that I need to live with it for a little bit longer. I think you need to live with it for a little bit longer. But one thing that I can say beyond any shadow of doubt is that this album is masterful. One thing that I can say without a shadow of doubt is that the Tom that I love, you guys have been following my channel for quite a while. Y'all know what it is. The God mode Tom, the sassy Tom, the troll Tom, he is delivered. He is delivered on all fronts here. And I've been saying for the majority of 2025, I can't wait till he releases something at like God mode again. I can't wait. And all these Friday releases, I would be like, man, is this it? Is this going to be the one? And I do want to tell you guys that I think that he delivered that on the album. And with coming off the heels of Proud to Be a Problem, which I gave high praise to. If you want to check out that album review, you should go check out that album review. I do think that these 2 albums and the release and the packaging of it and the lead up to it, I definitely think that these 2 albums, both as a whole and separately, are better to me than Proud to Be a Problem. Not artistically, but sonically, right? So I'm a rap guy. I love hip hop. There's no rapping on Proud to Be a Problem, but it's very heartfelt and it's genuine and it's very relatable. So that relatability thread will pull on your heart and it will make your soul bleed. And there's a lot of great music on that. If you do not have that album, I highly suggest you get it so that you could at least get like a clear sight on Tom's mental and spiritual health and state that he provided on that album. And it's not a political album. And I think that that's important to say about this one too, or both of these, No Lies and Truth Hurts. These are not political albums. These are rap albums, man. Like, and it's flames. It's flames. It's really good music. We have a lot going on right now in our pocket. We have Tom just released this. Adam's about to release A Cal Forever. You got NF that just released a new EP. Like there's so much going on, so much great music that's coming out at the tail end of this year. It's exciting, man. It's really exciting. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the year has in store. But I'm telling you guys, these 2 projects are, I mean, I'm going to do a year-end wrap-up with Chill Rock. A lot of you guys know that already. We're going to have like our own version of the Grammys, so to speak. But I'm just going to go out. I'm going to flat out, I'm going to say it. Right now, Truth Hurts and No Lies are the best albums that has come out in 2025. I have them over NF's new EP as a whole because I love NF. NF is my favorite artist, but that's an EP. It's only 6 songs. And I think that the music on it is beautiful. I'm going to listen to it a ton. But I have found myself listening and going back to this Tom album even more than the NF album, which is that's saying something, man. From my perspective and from me, like NF is my favorite artist. And I'm consistently going back to these 2 Tom albums. I'm loving it. So I have to say right now, I think that these 2 albums are the best projects to come out independently in 2025. I do. As a matter of fact, let's take the word independently out of it. I think these are the best projects to come out in 2025. They're really good. That should tell y'all something, man. Y'all know that I don't fluff the boat like that. Y'all know that I don't gas things. I have to tell you, I think that these are the this is the best package deal that you get in 2025 is these 2 Tom albums that come as one. If you haven't got it, you got to pick it up. You got to go pick up Truth Hurts and No Lies. It's fire. Now, going back to what I was saying about God Mode and God Mode being my favorite. Badmouth. Badmouth is, and God Mode is on this album. All right. I'm still telling you this. Badmouth is my favorite song on both albums. If you're out there and you know the song, you know the song. And we're going to play a little bit of it here in just a second, man. But Badmouth, to me, and that should give you a clear example, right? If you have the album, you're about to know my taste because Badmouth is exactly that. Tom is goated, bro. Like Badmouth is fire. Badmouth is absolute 100% fire. As a song, it's a 10 out of 10. Rapping, it's 10 out of 10. Beat, y'all better quit playing with Tom's production skills, man, because that beat is 12 out of 10. And he does at all the things that made me a fan of Tom, he performs it on this record. So I want to play a little bit of it with you guys. I'm not going to get into you're not going to get the whole song, man. So don't get too excited, but we're going to play a little bit of it. I want you to hear this beat. I want you to hear the attitude. I want you to hear the grit. I want you to hear all the things that I love about it. So this is Badmouth off of No Lies. Oh, man.
I was sober like a decade. Lately, I'm keeping them blunt lit. White boy out in LA, was dead broke, now I'm dumb rich. It don't bother me when I get hate. Lately I feel like I love it. When a white boy finally get paid, his middle fingers get stuck, flip. Fuck him, okay, let's have the discussion. I went from nothing to something. People get jealous, their mouths get to running. I laugh or they think that they pushing my buttons. I keep it 100, a million duffel. They keep it a buck and I keep it a dozen. Your brothers are broke, yo, I'm holding it down for my mother, my sister, my father, my cousins.
All right. I want y'all to hear the hook too, man, but we're not doing it. Go get the album. This song is so fire, bro. This song is so fire. And I told a lot of people on my first live stream off of my first, off my first, just like no spoiler, just like first initial reaction review type deal. I told everybody that like when you listen to No Lies, the first song on there, it sets the tone. I don't know why, but when I stuck this into my car, I don't know if it was just automatically on shuffle or what, but this was the first song that played. So I thought that this was track number 1, but this is actually, I'm Him is actually track number 1. So I need to, and I'm Him is, I mean, the point remains because I'm Him is fire too. But Badmouth is everything that you're looking for out of Tom. And it's to me, it's reminiscent of like a God Mode part 2, but I think I might like it more than God Mode. That's where I'm at with it right now. So 10 out of 10 on that song, bro. And it's bro, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this. I just want to let you guys know there's a lot of this on these 2 albums. And it is hellaciously exciting for me because You guys know the Tom haters out there, like in the hip hop community, like, man, he can't rap, he can't blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm going to now. I'm like, yeah, all right, check this out. Check this out. You can't say that's the thing about this record. This record is so hard. There's nothing to be said, but that's hard. That's it. That's all you can say. It's a 10 out of 10, man. I love this record. It's just it's one of those songs. Like, I don't know what it is about the relatability thread with me and records like this, but it really is like, you know, a lot of people been hating lately. I love it. I love it. I love when you hate. It's the reverse motivational aspect of it that I thrive off of as a human. So it's just super relatable to me. Like, I understand it. Like, and he thrives off of that. It's like when you genuinely learn to allow hate to motivate, it changes your life in every way. And a lot of us know that as addicts, because the one thing that you're told, you'll never get off of this. It's almost it's impossible. You can never get off of H. You can never get off of this. You're never going to change your life. We heard it from teachers. We heard it from parents. We heard it from we heard it from our fellow friends or our fellow acquaintances, coworkers. We heard it from everywhere. Like, you're screwed, bro. And that's the initial flip. It's like, once I learned, well, now I'm 10 years removed from it. Like, even in the halfway house that I was at, there was a man in there. He had been sober for 30 years. And I left the halfway house early. And he was like, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. I needed it. I need that. I need you to tell me stuff like that. The love is great. I thrive off of the hate. And that's why songs like this are masterful to me, because I feel it. And I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my soul. It gives me chills. It's literally what I thrive off of. Not to mention the skill set, right? Like, the rap skills in Badmouth, the beat, the entirety of song form. This is what I love about hip hop, and Tom did it. You know, it's masterful. It's masterful. It's my favorite song on both of these projects. Now, with everything that I'm saying being the topic of discussion, you got to think about how the hip hop community would look at it, right? Or you got to think about how the haters, so to speak, will look at it. It's like, yeah, but he's just a guest and he ain't really and that leads me to my second favorite off of the other album, Truth Hurts, which is guest in hip hop. And even though Badmouth is my favorite and I would love to see a music video for it, I gotta say, if I could whisper in Tom's ear, which I can, but if I could, well, let's say this. If I could make him do something, which I can't, that's what I can't do. If I could get him to do something, it would be make a music video for guest in hip hop, because this song really does it for me as well. And it just, Mises has done like a guest in the hip hop thing, like, and it was fire. I loved it. Tom's version is just so different, because this is where that troll and that sass comes in to, like, with a vengeance, and capitalizes, kills, and it's fire, man. So I want you guys to hear this one too, man. This just a little snippet, guest in hip hop. This one's off Truth Hurts.
They say hip-hop won't accept me, I don't have their respect. I'm just another corny white boy, I'll always be just a guest. But I don't need no one's acceptance, I don't wanna be friends with a genre full of addicts rich from playing pretend. I'm not a guest, it's an invasion, never accepted no one's invitation. I am not Macklemore or Eminem, I'm not afraid of being hated. Hip-hop's woke, hip-hop won't let me inside the location. And they locked the door, but now their next door neighbor is Caucasian. Bunch of millionaires wearing diamond teeth, pretending they still in the ghetto. Why would I want their approval when half of the rappers in Hollywood are really pedos? I don't need validation, I'm already popping. I already conquered what the tricky part is. And I'm doing all this as an indie artist, so you'll never see me at a Diddy party. And half of these rappers is gay, surrounded by booties.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of those, and it's the same. It's the same precedent for me. This is what I relate to so much. It's like, why would I care about you? And it's the attitude of, all right, cool, I'm a guest. Yeah, make me a plate. You know what I mean? Make me a plate. Do something nice for me. I'm your guest. Let me prop my feet up on the table, bro. Like, and when you're good and matter of fact, I'm sorry, not just when you're good, when you're great at what you do and you have the analytics to back you up, man, there's nothing that can be said. There's nothing that can be said. Look, like, you want to say that I have not done anything for this genre? Look around, buddy. Look around, Bo. Which he's done so much for the genre. I'm saying that as somebody that grew up, loves, and adores hip hop. Tom has done a lot for the genre of hip hop. And listen, as commentators, we talk a lot, even amongst each other, about, there's a lot of Tom fans that are like 50 plus years old. They don't listen to anything but Tom. What I want you guys to understand, though, is like, I'm not poking fun at them. It's dope. That's fire, because what it did was, like, these people never cared about hip hop, never cared about rap, nothing about it, right? What Tom did was he kicked the door down to people that would never listen to hip hop, and whether or not they listen outside of Tom, it doesn't matter. They're listening to rap music and understanding, maybe for the first time in their lives, why it's relatable to people. That's bringing something to the culture. Independent dominance. Love him or hate him, it doesn't matter. He broke the door down on independent dominance. He's beat Cardi B. He's beat Eminem. He's beat legendary artists at their own game independently. That's really saying something, man. I think, just from my viewpoint, that I truly think that Tom is probably the biggest. I think he's the biggest independent artist. I think it's the closest second would probably be Russ. But I don't think Russ is fully independent like that. If he is, then I apologize. And I still don't know if Russ is like, Russ just has that same type of cult like fan base that, they're going to go see him at shows. They're going to buy all the albums. So he does really, really well for himself. Tech Nine does really, really well for himself. But these guys are such powerhouses that work with the industry. So even if they were totally independent, like, Russ is still going to go, he's going to go grab a feature from the hottest name in the game right now. Whereas Tom really does this by himself. He really does this alone. So showcasing that it can be done to these 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids that got a dream, that's bringing something, that's adding to the culture. And I just think that, like, the whole, you're white, so you don't have a voice, I identify with that as somebody that commentates on hip hop. And I'm glad for it. You know why? Because when I first started my channel, I talked a whole lot about Kendrick, T.I., M. I talked about the mainstream guys. I had no idea about this pocket. And I'm thankful that nobody cared about what I had to say about Kendrick, T.I., and all them. It's cool. I got some subscribers from it, yeah. But overall, people over here care what I have to say. Why would I stay there? You know what I mean? Why would I stay there? So for me, guest in hip hop is that's my second favorite off of these albums. Well, let's say this, man, because it's tough. It's a tough. Bad Mouth is my favorite off of No Lies. Guest in Hip Hop is my favorite off of Truth Hurts. And then I got something that I really want to showcase to y'all, man. At least play a little bit of it, because this is when you start talking about Troll Tom, and we, people do whisper about this stuff. I don't know why you guys think that. A lot of you guys think that, like, he doesn't pay any attention to it, or that he doesn't have any kind of drive to it. Let me just say this, because I'm not going to set any fires that don't need to be set. People have dissed Tom. And in this next song, Sweetie, which is another favorite of mine, another 10 out of 10, in Sweetie, he is pow-powing them back, whoever it is. Like, we don't have to even attach a name to it, but it is a pow-pow. It's any of you guys out here that want to say something, any of y'all that want to talk, any of y'all that want to diss, if the shoe fits, lace it up and wear it. And I just got to tell you guys, I think that the shoe fits a particular person really, really well. It fits a particular person really, really well. And I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm not going to set the fire. I just want to tell you guys, like, if you hear it, y'all, whoever you're thinking in your head, cool. But it fits somebody pretty well. This is Sweetie. Uh-oh.
Boy, if I diss you, that's a promo. Boy, if I diss you, that's a promo. Homie, that's a freebie. I do my thing solo. It's so clear you need me. You gon' want a photo one day when you meet me. You think that you hard, but we know that you a sweetie. Who needs friends when you got ops? It say Rolex on the watch. It say Lambo on the seat. Ain't nowhere to put my pop. Hey. Living in their head, I got a lease. They wanna beef, ain't saying anybody's name without a couple million lease. I don't pay attention unless they pay for my attention. Dog, I'm independent. Get every penny, I'm a legend. They don't hate me, they just tryna pay their bills and all that. They say my name and then they probably get some clicks on that track. Being the guy is not a team sport. And gonna beef, I got it. I'll go ahead and tell me what would we even compete for. The kettle hot and I got chamomile and cream for it. Really wanna let the tea pour. But if I diss you, that's a promo. Homie, that's a freebie. I do my thing solo. It's so clear you need me.
You gonna want a photo one day when you see me. That's the hardest bar, bro. And it's in the hook. I love this record, man. And I don't care. Like, you make it up in your own head. He was motivated to write this by something. And a lot of you guys are like, I've said my theory in a live. I'm not going to put it here because this is going to get more views than that probably. And I don't want to set any fires. But I have previously said and stated who I thought this might be about. And y'all grilled me for it and said, not possible. I think it's totally possible. It takes maybe 4 or 5 days to get a track mixed and mastered, even independently. We've seen what he did with You Missed. The next day, bro, turnaround. We saw what he did with Charlie. Next day, turnaround. I don't think it's that hard to make this work. And he's not talking about Ryan. Not here. You're gonna need at least a milli for me to. Ryan's got a milli. I just think that Tom wants to ignore him because he is a basket case. But I think this is Tom just saying, look, man, I see you guys, bro. I see you guys. Just chill out. Relax. Sweetie pie. That is trolling at its finest. I love this record. And I love, like, these are my 3 big highlight points right now. But this is why I wanted to do this in pieces. And I want to talk about this album in pieces because this is going to be my favorites off the album. And I'm going to go over there on Lacey and Carol's channel on Saturday. We're going to talk about the album some more. I think that this week should just be, I think we should be highly talking about Tom's album right now, you know? And yeah, these are my 3 favorites, you know? And I wanted to share a little snippet and piece of it with you guys because I just think that it's fire, bro. I think it's fire. And I think that it's just like, I think that so many people out there, this is what I love about Tom. This is one of the things I respect the most about him is people are out here like me who are relentless. Like, we know where Tom can go and we want him to go there. And he's purposefully put out these records on videos, and they're hard too. But like these 3 is like what I've been wanting as a fan. And I wouldn't have got it if I didn't buy the album. It's smart. It's genius, honestly. And it's rewarding as a fan to pay for something and then receive exactly what you were looking for. And these 2 albums are full of that. Full of that. So I applaud Tom. I applaud Tom for these 3 songs. I applaud him for the way that he structured these albums. I applaud him for his work ethic. I applaud him. And listen, there are some songs on here that you've heard before. God Mode is on here. The song with Roseanne is on here. And you wonder to yourself, like, how does that flow within the album? Perfectly. Daddy's Home with Roseanne. I didn't find a whole lot of replay value in that. I've listened to it probably 4 or 5 times since I've heard the album because I'm just listening to it within the flow of the album and it fits perfectly. So there's a lot about this album that I want to discuss in further detail and get in with you guys, but I wanted this video to just strictly be about my 3 favorites off of the album, because I still want people to have time to get it. And with the people that have the album, I wanted to do this video just so we could start talking about our favorite songs off of it. So let me know in the comments what your 3 favorites are off of this album, and I can't wait to see what they are. And if you haven't picked this album up, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. Go over to hangovergang.com and pick these albums up ASAP before they're out, man, before they sell out. He's independent. He ain't going to have them forever. It's not Walmart. You know what I mean? Where there's some stuff left on the shelf. Run over there and get them while you can get them, while the getting is good, man, because we're all going to be talking about this for, you know, months to come probably. So make sure to get over there, check it out, get it, pick it up, pick up a little merch pack. Be involved in the moment, and, you know, just respect, salute, and take care of these independent artists, man. They deserve it. They put in the work. They deserve it. They deserve the support. So get over there and get your support on. And I appreciate you guys for supporting me as well. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.